In my reading of Psalm 22, I forgot that this contains some Joseph Smith translations, and so let us read that here. What the Joseph Smith translation is it is an inspired translation or correction of the Bible done by Joseph Smith to restore those portions that had been lost over the years. So let us take a look at the changes he made to Psalm 22. He made a few of them. So let us do, this is going to be, first of all, we read first in the King James to refresh our memories, then the Joseph Smith. So let's do verses 1 through 3. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me and from the words of my roaring? O my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and in the night season, and am not silent, but thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. Here's the Joseph Smith. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? My God, hear the words of my roaring. Thou art far from helping me. O my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou answerest not, and in the night season, and am not silent. But thou art holy, that inhabitest the heavens. Thou art worthy of the praises of Israel. Now there's an interesting one. So he changes that thou art far from helping me. Instead of asking, why art thou far from helping me? David is acknowledging that God has removed himself from him. That's an interesting change. Verse 6 in the King James says, But I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men and despised of the people. But Joseph Smith corrects this to say, But I, a worm, and loved of no man, a reproach of men and despised of the people. Now that's interesting, but it is a continuation of verse 5, and let us just take a quick look back again at verse 5 here. Verse 5 said, They cried unto thee and were delivered. They trusted in thee and were not confounded. So you say, the righteous, you delivered them, but then he says, But I, a worm, am loved of no man. Now that's an interesting change. Anyways, let's see. Verse 10. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly. Joseph Smith correction. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou wast my God from my mother's breasts. Not a big change. Verse 12. Many bulls have compassed me, strong bulls of Bashan, and have beset me round. Joseph Smith changes this. Many armies have compassed me, strong armies of Bashan have beset me around. Makes a little more sense. Kind of, you understood what bulls meant, but the more direct meaning makes more sense. Verse 13. They gaped upon me with their mouths as a ravening and roaring lion. Joseph Smith's correction. They gaped upon me with their mouth like a ravening and a roaring lion instead of ad. Not a big change. Verse 21. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. Joseph Smith. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me speak from the secret places of the wilderness through the horns of the unicorns. Interesting. So he's saying he's been praying in the wilderness. But through the horns, that's almost like he's using the horns as a loudspeaker. But I think it's more talking about blowing the horns as trumpets or as musical instruments. But it's an odd change, quite honestly. Anyways, verse 31. Verse 31. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he hath done this. Then we have in the Joseph Smith. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he hath done what he hath done. Some interesting changes, some minor changes. Very interesting.